Hello and welcome to UE4 Tips for You. So in this tutorial we will set up our animations from hang to move right and move left like so. As you can see in this video, my character perform proper animations from hang to move right and move left accordingly. So we will download the animation from Mixamo and edit the animation according to our need using our HAK control rig that we have set up previously in our tutorial. So let's get started, guys. So in our previous tutorial we have set up hang to move right and move left functionality like so, and in this tutorial we will add animation from hang to move right and move left accordingly. So for doing this, let's first open our character blueprint, and from our hang to move right function we will set up a variable. Now I'm gonna call the variable can hang to move right. So let's set this variable when the second trace successfully hits something, and we have set the variable result here. And similarly, hang to move left, we will set up a new variable and call can hang to move left, and again set this variable from our second trace. So here we have set up our both variables. Now let's print the variables and see the result. Here you can see when I move right. Let's remove this from here and print from here. Here you can see variable returns true when I move right from hang to right position. So now we will open our animation blueprint for set up our animation. So I have downloaded the required animation from Mixamo, and this is the animation braced hang shimmy. So I have just downloaded the animation and import the animation into UnrealEngine. Now in our animation blueprint we will first set up our variables that derive the animation. So we will call our can hang to move right variable and set the variable in our animation blueprint can hang to move right. So from hang idle we will set up braced hang shimmy animation, and from hang idle when can hang to move right variable true, we will move in braced hang shimmy animation, and when I release the key and the can hang move right variable false, we will go back to hang idle animation like so. So let's check the result. Here you can see my animation plays accordingly and it's not in the correct position, and also when I release the key, animation node comes to its hang idle position, because when I release the key we have to set the variables false. So here you can see my animation works properly when I hang to move right, and when I release the key the animation comes back to its hang idle position. Now we will first fix our animation, hang to move right animation, then we will set up hang to move left functionality accordingly. So for fixing our hang to move right animation, first I will export my animation. Here is my animation. I will export my animation. So I have already exported my animation into the folder. Now I will open my HIK scene in Maya that we will set up in our previous tutorial. So if you don't know how to set up the HIK rig in Maya, you can watch my previous tutorial in which we have set up this HIK rig. So now let's import our animation into the scene. So here I have import my animation into the scene. Now let's first fix its Z position. First we will select its hips bone, that is the topmost bone of the hierarchy. Now we will go to Windows, Animation Editor and Graph Editor, and from here I will select Z axis and select all of its keys and set the keys to 90 units above from the ground, because in our previous climbing system animation we have set up all the animation 90 units above from the ground. Now let's export the animation. So now we will export our animation to based hang shimmy. Export selection and replace the previous file. Now I will open UE4 and import our animation into this UE4 scene. UE4. So here is my animation. And here you can see my animation. Z position is now fixed. Now we will change our animation hands position so that it looks natural. Now I will open my scene, and from here I will go to the source and bake it to the control rig. So here I have baked my animation to my control rig. Now I can change the animation result according to our need. So for doing this, I'm gonna select all my joints and go to the channel box in animation and create a new animation layer. So here is our animation layer, and from here we will edit our animation. So let's first create a reference cube for changing the animation. So here I have created my cube and set the position according to our hands position, like so. Let's change the color of cube a little different, like so. So first select its right hand and move it over here, and its left hand and move it over here. Now select both of hands and press S to add a key at frame 0. Change the rotation a little bit, like so. Now when I grab the ledge from right hand, like so, I will set the hand position to the ledge position accordingly, like so. And set the end position to the same our start frame position, like so. Now its right hand looks pretty much good at all the frames. So here we have added our animation successfully according to our need. Now we will export the animation into UnrealEngine. Now I'm gonna select my hips bone and go to File, Export Selection, and make sure Bake Animation is checked and Start and End Frame is match according to our animation. Now we will export the animation. Now I am gonna right click and re-import the animation. So here you can see we have pretty much good result of animation that we added. I think our hang to move right speed is very fast. So let's first fix the speed. For this I'm gonna open my hang to move right and set the interrupt speed to 3. I think 2 will be fine. So here is our hang to move right animation is set. Now we will duplicate the animation and set hang to move left functionality. So for doing this, we will duplicate our animation and call hang to braced hang shimmy underscore left. Now we will open our animation blueprint and grab our braced hang shimmy left animation into the graph, and from hang idle we will set transition hang idle to move left and move left to hang idle, and move right to move left, and from move left to move right accordingly. So first we will set our variable that we have set in our character blueprint. For this we will get our can hang to move left variable and promote it to variable. Call this can hang to move left. So here is our can hang to move left variable set. Now from hang idle to move left, the state condition will be our can hang to move left variable, and from move left to hang idle, the state condition will be our can hang to move left variable and set it to not operation, and from move right to move left I will set the condition can hang to move left, and from move left to move right I will set the condition for this transition. Now let's check the result. So here our animation plays. Now for its scale, its rate scale, I'm gonna set it to -1 for moving it to the left side. As you can see, now my animation move left side. Now let's check the result. It's fine. Let's fix the speed issue that we have fixed in our hang to move right and set it to interrupt speed to 2. So here is our hang to move left and move right functionality is set up with proper animation. And thanks for watching, guys. In our next tutorial we will set up proper hands IK while moving left and right, so that our hands will not pass through the object and properly grab the ledge position accordingly.